Have you ever scrolled late at night and stumbled upon something you weren't meant to see? A video that felt off. That's what happened on October 17th. A file named only watch_me. Move began to circulate on a few obscure forums. The footage was strange. Just under 3 minutes. Of what looked like an empty, abandoned house, filmed on an old VHS camera. The timestamp in the corner glitched, jumping erratically. There was no sound, except for a low, almost inaudible hum. It seemed like nothing, a piece of forgotten media, a digital ghost. But then, the comments started appearing at first. They were curious. What is this creepy vibe? But soon, the tone shifted. User Static Dreamer 89 wrote, "I watched it yesterday. Now my lights won't stop flickering." Another, Night Old at 2, posted, "Did anyone else get a text message right after watching?" It was just a string of random numbers. The original video file was quickly taken down from the forums, but it was too late. It had been copied, shared, and re-uploaded. It was spreading. We managed to find a mirror of the original file. The quality is degraded, as you can see. It's grainy, distorted. The camera pans slowly across a dust-covered living room. A child's rocking horse sits motionless in the center. But if you watch closely, right at the 47-second mark, it moves. Just a tiny rock, back and forth. Barely perceptible. There's no one there. No visible draft. It just moves. This was the detail that people latched onto. The detail that made them watch again and again, trying to understand. Soon, personal accounts flooded social media. People who had watched the video began documenting their experiences. A woman in Ohio posted CCTV footage from her kitchen. In the middle of the night, every single cabinet door swings open at once. Silently, a student in London recorded audio from his bedroom, capturing what sounds like soft whispering. Even though he was home alone, the words are unintelligible, but they're undeniably there. It was more than just flickering lights now. It was physical. It was personal. Investigators, both amateur and professional, tried to trace the video's origin. The field's metadata was corrupted, a dead end. They analyzed the architecture of the house, the style of the furniture, trying to pinpoint a location. But it was generic, anonymous. It could be anywhere, or nowhere. The usernames of those who first shared it led to deleted accounts. It was as if the video had simply willed itself into existence. And with each new viewer, its influence grew stronger. Then came the messages. They weren't just random numbers anymore. They were words, simple, chilling phrases appearing as push notifications on phones, as pop-ups on computer screens, or even as printed text spitting out of disconnected printers. It's already inside your house. Don't look behind you. We see you. There was no sender, no source. They were direct communications from an unknown entity. And they were terrifyingly personal. People reported feeling a constant sense of being watched. A presence just at the edge of their vision. The disappearances began a week later. They weren't violent. There were no signs of a struggle. People just vanished. The first was Static Dreamer 89, the user who first complained about flickering lights. His roommate came home to find his laptop still open, the video playing on loop. All of his belongings were there, his wallet, his keys, his phone. But he was gone. Police were baffled. In the following weeks, at least a dozen other individuals, all confirmed to have watched the video and posted about their experiences, were reported missing under identical circumstances. Paranoia reached a fever pitch. The video became a modern-day urban legend, a digital curse. People dared each other to watch it, then immediately regretted it. Others desperately tried to warn everyone away, creating websites to track the phenomenon, to catalog the strange events and the names of the missing. But how do you fight something you can't see? How do you stop a ghost in the machine? The video was everywhere, embedded in unsuspecting links, disguised as other files. Look at this clip. Scream recorded by a user named Chloe days before she disappeared. She's filming her. Hallway mirror. The reflection is normal at first. But then, as she whispers, it's here, isn't it? A shape begins to form in the reflection behind her. A tall, distorted silhouette with no discernible features. It's not in the actual hallway, only in the mirror. It raises a long, thin arm and points, not at her reflection, but directly at her, at the camera. The video cuts to static. That was her last post. Today, the original watch_me move is nearly impossible to find. It's been scrubbed from most of the mainstream internet. But the copies, the distorted descendants of that first file, they're still out there. They linger in the dark corners of the web, waiting. The whispers continue. The strange events haven't stopped. The feeling of being watched is more intense than ever for those who've seen it. The story isn't over. It seems the video doesn't just want to be seen. It wants to be known. It wants you to know that. Once you've watched, it's watching you back, and it will never, ever look away.